oh boy, we got even more spooky, spectacular tweets here. So, shock leak, one of seven, James Charles is back at flirting and making straight men uncomfortable. The alleged screenshots reveal the benefits of being his boyfriend. In one text, James says it's really lucrative role. James used Instagram's vanish mode to attempt to prevent a leak. And here we have the text messages. It's really lucrative. It's called My Boyfriend. Requirements 6'2". Um, James only goes after the tall guys, I guess. Must love escape rooms, horror movies, and cuddling. Gotta be a big boy. Gotta have armpit hair. An occasional FaceTime call. Salary is $0, but it's a good job offer, I think. Perks include a cute BF with a great personality, free living in a $10 million house in LA, fun travel opportunities, good head, and more. Wow, what a deal, right? So, this guy he is talking to is straight, not a good look. Also, James is a celebrity, an internet celebrity, as much as I hate to say that. He is one with millions of followers on social media and a lot of power in the industry. And he is out here messaging random guys. Shit like this. Not a great look at all. There's definitely a power dynamic there. If you know, like with fucking influence going on, right? And also, uh, talking to a straight guy who doesn't want that. But we'll get to that in a second. We're gonna keep going here. 2 of 7, James attempts to convince David to FaceTime him. David also alleges that James sent him 2 illicit photos after David declined to send a selfie to James. So here, let's listen to this.
So if I'd be like, oh my God, David, you're annoying over text, right? You don't know if I'm saying like, oh my God, David, you're being annoying. Or like, oh my God, David, you're being annoying. Or like, oh my God, David, you're being fucking annoying. Because all three of those are completely different like emotions that you cannot see through text. You only get to actually experience those through a FaceTime call or through being in person. Even over the phone, you still miss out on things because you're missing somebody's facial expressions, right? So because you refuse to hang out with people or because you refuse to FaceTime, you're not allowing people to actually get to know you as like a human being. And that's a massive, massive problem whenever it comes to being in a relationship with somebody. You cannot fall in love with somebody simply just from text. So if I
My God, I never wanted to tell James Charles to shut the fuck up more than I did right there. Um, all right, so yeah, that's him trying to convince David to FaceTime him, right? David doesn't want to FaceTime James, but James is like, David, please FaceTime me. And he sent him 2 illicit photos uh, to David, allegedly, after David declined to FaceTime him, right? And I doubt you guys could fucking hear with how low audio that was, but I'm going to try to boost it in editing. So, yeah, not a good look. You know, an internet celebrity trying to convince one of their fans uh, to FaceTime them and then sends them allegedly illicit photos when they don't FaceTime them. Very sketch, not the greatest. Also, I love how James Charles just goes from laughing to like just fucking serious tone, like within two two frames. That's just nuts. That's not the first time he's acted like that. That's nuts. Um, so we go 3 of 7 here. James messages David on TikTok to age check him. After the check, they move to Instagram vanish mode. They move to Instagram vanish mode. So age check, please, and then James started following you, so follows him on TikTok. 4 of 7, David has a text conversation with a friend saying with what similar articles about his past with guys are what is happening to him. The friend says he doesn't stop. So the message is from him at the top, straight to hell. And so yeah, he's basically saying how like this is James Charles has tried to hit on straight guys before like this, and this guy is saying, like, it's almost the same exact thing. James Charles is doing it again, and James Charles was called out on this in the past, and he said he would stop, and then he does it again, and says he will stop when he gets called out for it, and it's like this never-ending cycle, and it keeps going back to the same thing, and so this guy is his friend is basically telling David, "Hey, this guy ain't gonna stop unless you say something." And imagine you sent him the article. So yeah, we go to 5 to 7. James knew he was straight in his vanish video he sent to David, attempting to make David feel wrong for saying no to a FaceTime or meeting in person. So here we go
So
again.
I'd be like, oh my god, David, you're annoying over text, right? You don't know if I'm saying like, oh my god, David, you're being fucked.
So this is just the same video here, I guess. But James knew he was straight, apparently. And James is 6 out of 7 here. James is getting allegedly jealous over the girl that David follows on Instagram. James mentions his body count and said to David, "I just lost my competition with her, LOL." So here we go with the text messages here. Charles saying to David, "I'm trying to see which one of my friends are also staying here. Also, blah, blah, blah. So honored, blah, blah, blah. Haha, she's a girl I'm texting. Haha. Wow, my competition, I'm cuter. LOL, you guys are both great." Um, so yeah, you can see how when they so we're getting to all of this in a minute. Just bear with me here because this is a lot to go through. And we're not we're just getting halfway there. All right. So James Charles says, "Ouch." So getting a little jealous at the girl David here is following. And then he says, "Oh my God, you already followed her, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I just lost my competition with her. If you count actual, my body count is like 4. I don't even know how many guys I've hooked up with. That's great, Charles. Good stuff there, James. Keep it up." We go to 7 to 7 here after David going to TikTok to release the screenshots. So after all of this went down on these text messages, David started leaking all this stuff out on TikTok. James finds out and tells him to go fuck himself. So then we get to this part,
Assume that you don't know. So obviously, being that you are straight, I would assume that you don't know.
and you can hear there James says that David is straight. So James knew he was messaging a straight guy and kind of like baiting him, like trying to hook up with a straight guy. And it's not a good look for a celebrity to be doing that. I don't think a celebrity should be doing that. It's a power dynamic as well. And it's just a bad look all around. And James, you've been called out for this shit in the past, and you're still doing it. It's not a great look. This is like you're going to get yourself fucked over here eventually if you keep this up. And then yeah, so the thing about this is that David was kind of leading James Charles on as well. So it's like a lot of people are like, "Well, is this even like drama?" Or but it's like at the same time it is because there's still a power dynamic. James Charles is still trying to hook up with like these people, and like it's a huge power dynamic. And yeah, here let me see if I can find what I was talking about here. So yeah, right here, just an FYI, his own sister. This is David's sister. I don't know why I just like had a brain malfunction for a second, but this is David's sister. Says he's talked to James for weeks and let him on.
Hello. Hi. I didn't think I'd be coming on the internet to be talking about this, but well, this is my little brother. This is David's account, and he was talking to James Charles about a month and a half ago. All those videos are a month and a half old, and he started posting them last night around midnight, and they went viral. Now Twitter is doing its thing, Reddit's doing its thing, people on YouTube doing their thing. And he obviously did it for views. There's no hidden meaning behind it. And James Charles did nothing wrong in this situation. I know the screenshots that's on the internet that were sent to my brother. look, kind of questionable. But again, they spoke for a few weeks. My brother led him on a bit, even though he was setting her straight. He was leading him on, and I told my brother to take the videos down. He pretty much told me to go fuck myself, and didn't care. But obviously, I care because I just didn't see a reason for this. Like, whatever past allegations he has, not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this. Yeah. And the internet just baffles me that they took his videos and just like, here you go, world. More, get on the bandwagon of fuck James Charles. But that's pretty much all I had to say. I think my brother is being a punk and is being out of pocket for posting. But I guess that's just my 2 cents.
All right, so uh, everything's fine besides the part like we can't just forget about all the shit James Charles did. I'm just making that clear. We can move forward, but we can't fucking forgive and forget all the shit he's done, cause it's major shit. I get it's not part of the story here, but he's talked to straight guys before. This is an ongoing thing that he's been doing. I'm doing this with my hands, but we shouldn't forget about his past. So I don't agree with her on that. But soon after she posted this, I think their family got involved and she deleted it off of TikTok because her family is like, we're not having uh, family drama aired out here, and a sister should stay with her brother, whatever. She deleted it, but yeah, we can tell that he did. David did kind of lead James Charles on here because when you scroll down here, where are we? Right here, I believe. You guys are both great. So, I'm cuter, you guys are both great, kind of giving him a little flirtatious. Uh, and yeah, it's just interesting. Um, in general, even if David was leading James on, I still think James should have just not have been fucking around with this. I don't know why he is. He has such a influence and following in his hands, and he could have still rebuilt his career after all that shit happened, all that drama, which I want to get into someday. I I want to make a Google Doc and make sure I get everything down because it's a lot of shit and a lot of different YouTubers involved in the James Charles drama. So uh, maybe one day I'll get into that. But yeah, this is just crazy stuff. I don't know why influencers do this where they try to hook up with people on social media and stuff. It's just it always will end bad, and you never know who you're gonna message and who's gonna take shit out of context, and like this situation here, it's just a bad look. Um, I don't. I think James should have known better. I David here, we don't really know his true intentions, but from his sister, she says they were talking for a while, and kind of let him on, and then just all of a sudden threw the shit out there, and started this whole thread shit. But yeah, it's interesting. I like I said, that's my two cents is James Charles shouldn't have even been fucking around with this. He should have just been not doing this. Like, do something else. You're a millionaire. I'm sure you have other ways of like go like you don't need to do it through social media and hook up and have a power dynamic. You just like I don't know. I don't know. This was the wrong way to go about it for James Charles here. And just a little odd these requirements. This shit's funny. Uh but yeah. Um not great, not good. James Charles L.